It's the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. Now return coming from the 7th. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
In motion is Hill. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll run here with Kamara, and he will dive into the end zone. Alvin Kamara, touchdown, New Orleans. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
This one caught by Waller. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Hill brought in motion. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Tua. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Here's a 2nd and 9. Man in motion here is Washington. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Here's a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. His kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. A run here with Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Open man, right side. He's got it. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
The left side into the hands of Olave.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Shaheed in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He gets that to his tight end, Moreau. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints extend their advantage to 14-3. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one is caught by Moreau. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Going up top. And he's into the end zone yet again. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. He has come out of the gate smoking. His 3rd touchdown, all in this opening quarter of play.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, and he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. Room up the sideline at the 45. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards. One quarter in the books. 21-3 is the score. And we're back to South Florida after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
This one on target to Olave. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Tua gonna throw. He's gonna look deep for Tyreek. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Throwing is Tua. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
On the give, this is Kamara. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Second down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Third and 5. Back to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Saints first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Back to the air one more time. Shaheed with the catch. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Man in motion here is Washington. He'll get this out wide. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hill brought in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Miami.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Second and a yard. Off play action, it's Tua. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. This one complete to Washington. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now it's Tua. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. Taking off, he'll try to carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try it now with Achane. And he will have a Dolphins first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Off he goes. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Tua, gonna give it to Achane.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Once again, it's Achane. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. A quick throw right side. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side to Olave.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Olave is the motion man. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. 2nd and 7. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Quick throw here is complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down but they are set up with 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Dolphins' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. A shotgun snap for Tua. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here now, 3rd and 5. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And this will gain a couple of yards. up to the 22-yard line. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints in front as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. High throw, but it's reeled in. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Kamara. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Play action. Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. And the Saints will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. That's complete. It's Waddle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Hill brought in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Back to throw is Tua. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Back to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, I can promise you that's not what they had in mind when they called that play. They're thinking either catch the defense in deep, soft coverage, or maybe get lucky in their blitzing. In this case, they get neither and pick up a minimal gain.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Shaheed in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle to the 5-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A run up the middle with Achane, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now it's Tua. That is caught by Washington. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Hill brought in motion. Here's Achane. A dive, and he's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy. But, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins cut into the lead a little bit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense. And their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a hesitate. A call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Achane. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one caught by Waller. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's a give now to Kamara. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A run here with Kamara. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The Saints will punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return, here's Washington. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Tagovailoa. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And third down coming up. Again, it's Tua. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down. Well, it goes without saying, you want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Tua gonna throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. On third down, here's a run by Kamara. The Saints lining up in punt formation, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage A play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third down and 9. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. On fourth down, out comes the punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be returnable from his own 15. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
That's taken in by Achane.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
They'll look to throw. This one is caught by Moreau. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Back to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Now Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw is Tua. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Here's Tua. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Now it's Tua. That is hard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Now he'll run. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Man in motion here is Washington. They run on the jet sweep. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal. To throw is Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Hill brought in motion. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here's Kamara. Kamara got a 1st down, still going. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, New Orleans. Now a give running left with Kamara. There he goes again. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. On the give, this is Kamara. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big 1st quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.